Good morning, good morning. Who's here? I'm getting better at this. I can see comments today. I'm organized. It didn't took me half the time. And I'm excited to show you our technique. So on Sunday, we do the live and we do a complete project. Today is Technique Tuesday, and it's all just about techniques. I hope everybody had a happy Easter. And I'd love to know. I did ham and scalloped potatoes, just because it's what I wanted to do. I find ham so much less work. And I will be making pea soup today. So, and you guys, did you do turkeys or hams? Will you do a soup? Do you guys boil your bones and do all that? I hope you all, everyone here, took advantage of our Easter egg hunt. We actually extended it. Usually it's just like Sunday, starts at noon and goes forward till midnight. This year we made it Monday too, because, you know, a lot of us are moms and we have family commitments and end up, you know, just too busy to do something. But it was a great project to sit and do while you were watching a show or something. Yeah, so people filled up their baskets with stencils and ink pads and stamps and dies, of course, glitter, embossing, gel pens. It was all for free. And mostly everybody stuck to the rules and just chose three free items. But I have a few people to call who found like many more and didn't quite read the print. And just before we get started, because it's almost the hour, just a reminder, we have a hop going on, our birthday hop. It got all messed up because the 7th was so late this year, where we always do the hop on the first Friday of the month, and it ended up being the 7th. So our Easter guys, our little chicks and birds who were supposed to be this month, we had to do last month, so you guys would have time to order the kits and stuff. And this month is our birthday, or last month was our birthday, but this month we did the birthday hop. It's just logistics. Wasn't a creative decision, but and you know, it was just one of those little things that drove me crazy. Okay, so today, 9:58, I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes to everybody. Everybody's being so quiet today. Okay, so for those of you who were here on Sunday, I did finish the card and meticulously glued down every bit here of my random sprinkles. And it does pop up. Whoops, am I way off camera? I am, sorry. Way off camera here. Should I do that again? And our 3-tier card, if you weren't here, you didn't tune in, you can catch the replay. This space, I'm going to use for somebody's name when I give it away, I think. So some black letters, and I think it'll finish it off. I'm finding that space very big. The prototype that I did before the thing, I had put it in the center and it was smaller, but I just wanted to show you that these could be made any size. Anyway, done with those, and can't wait to show you what I'm playing with today. I am going to paint on my stamps. Whoops, what did I just squish? Okay, so today I'm going to use my, I can never say this, my gem watercolors from Gansai Tenbai. These are fabulous. It's a water-based pigment, and these ones are shiny, and there's so much sparkle to them. And with this set, you'll see my well-loved set. This is meant to be kept in here, okay? But I've had mine out and been playing, and you'll see my well-loved set of paint. This is my scrubber that I use for my stamps. I just wanted to show you. Hero Arts finally got it. Somebody finally got it right and put together a scrubber that's easy to use with your stamp platform. And I made this all pretty for you today and put on a new pad. So they have pads that can be repurposed. You can get new pads or just take it out, scrub it with soap and water and put it back on. This is a new one though. It's spotless, you'll see. It's my favorite scrubber just to be able to pick up. It's usually just water. Excuse me, I'm going to take a little drink. I'm going to need my paintbrushes today. This is a set from Ranger. I always have paintbrushes handy and above my desk here. This is a set of 5 from Ranger. I think the next one is a little teeny one. But I find it stands up to my craft. These stand up to my crafting, and they have great tips for them. And well, just before I get started, I want to give you one little tip. People, and I have water where I've got a couple things off camera. People leave their brushes soaking in water, and I'm like days and days. I'm not talking about while you're crafting. So what holds all these little bristles into here is some glue. And what happens is the glue gets soft and your bristles fall off. So there's 2 things. A, don't leave your brushes in water for days and days and days. And 2, the other thing we do is store them like this. Now, storing them like this when they're dry, like we grab them and we throw them in a cup, is fine. But while they're drying, make sure they're flat, because otherwise the water just drips into the ferrule. This is the ferrule part of this part of your brush is called, and keeps that glue wet. And your brushes will last longer if you dry them flat. You don't have to store them flat. You just have to dry them flat, okay? Because yes, as I said, mine are usually right there in a cup, ready to go. I have been playing all morning. Okay, so let's get started. Off camera, I have, what else do I have off camera here? I have my distress spray bottle. This is my well-loved distress sprayer. You guys know how to use these, right? If you want, here, let's see, let's get a piece of paper, towel. If you want to do some sort of technique and you want big blobs, you go slow, right? And you get these, see that? Big, and you can really control the water. All right, I'm still working on the first spray, okay? So you get these big blobs and you can do water reactive stuff. But if you do it fast, you get this fabulous mist. And today we are misting, so you'll see me mist. Let me take that away. I'm using my Misty, but I'm not using magnets because I'm always pinching my fingers with my magnets. But I have my tacky Sizzix sheet down, okay? I have used this very sheet for dozens and dozens and dozens of projects, and it's still quite tacky. I don't know what, I should know better what the name is called, but I just wanted to, somebody's going to go, she's not doing that. And in case I forget to tell you, if I use the ink today to show you that technique, I'm using a Stays-On ink because I'm using watercolor paint. Okay, so let's get started. What I've done is I'm going to mist these once, twice, let's say 3 times, okay? And we're just going to let them sit. And I think because my Misty is like taking up most of my camera, I don't really have a good, I hope you won't be able to see it, so I'll keep trying to bring it back. And if I don't, shout in the comments, you guys, because it's not going to be any fun if you can't learn. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to grab a piece of paper here and throw it down in my Misty. I'm just running around the corners and it's on. And let's grab flowers. Flowers are always a good place to start. They're free. And now that I realize, oh, that didn't work because the stamp, this is a much longer stamp. And I'm just going to put it up here, and there's a nice line to keep it nice and straight. This on the grid. And I'm going to place my flowers on, and I'm using red rubber. I love my red rubber. I'm very old school. I've been stamping so long, over 30 years, and I am a red rubber person. I have so many red rubber stamps, and I will always go for a red rubber version. I used to love the companies that did both when it first started happening. I am just ripping off a piece of paper to act as a mask here because I, for some reason, do not have my Hefty Doodle tape. I didn't have it on Sunday either. I just don't want to have to clean this off or waste this, and I'm just putting this down here so that the extra paint will go on here and I can just pull it off. Okay, can you guys see this? I'm gonna pull my camera down. Yes, you can see it. Okay, so this is my stamp. These have been sitting for just a minute, and let's do it pink, purple. Okay, and okay, so they get a little gooey, and that's what you want. It's kind of the texture of toothpaste. You don't want it runny. This actually needs a little more, I think. Okay. There we go. See, it's still smooth. But you want to be able to cover your brush. And yeah, toothpaste is probably the perfect consistency. If you've got nail polish, it's too wet. And this technique is so simple. Once you kind of learn the consistency, you've got it made. So what I'm doing now is I'm just painting over. If you guys end up seeing my head multiple times today, I apologize. Okay, painting over my stamp with the purple. Okay. And usually I would just switch brushes normally. Oh, and so, sorry, I'm doing this off camera. Back again to, yeah, see, the way to tell if this is ready is it's holding the strokes, I guess. Can you see that? If it's running back together, it's going to be too wet. And on your stamp, you'll lose your details. So we're going to paint. And this is still way too much paint, so I'm going to brush it off the tip. Just like you would with your nail polish. And I'm going to paint my stamp with my brush. And I think I was a little worried about getting these too wet and having to wait, that I might not have put quite enough water on them, but let's try. Get in there. Grab a little more color here. Now there is a mythology to picking your stamp. You want a stamp with detail. You don't want a stamp with a lot of flat spaces, but you don't want an outline stamp. Okay. So, water bottle time. And I'm not spraying like this. I don't want big drops on it. I just want a mist. Just a gentle mist, okay? So I'm pulling it way back, and I'm misting, and it's not in color, so you can't see, and it just a gentle mist down there. Why? Because that first purple thing I painted will probably now be dry on the stamp, and the last thing is wetter, but you just need a nice even stamp. And as I talk here, it's drying. So let's pull this up and put this down. And yeah, see, talking too much. Sorry, ladies. Okay, so let's give this another mist and see if it was lack of paint or if it was just too dry. But this is why we love our misties, because they're forgiving. Okay, so this is a little lack of paint, I think. Oh, mind you, you'll see this one it didn't come out very well, but that's okay. It's really honestly not that fussy. I'm going back to my paint, and I'm going to squirt my paints because they're not wet enough. And now they have to get to sit a little bit, we have to be patient. There we go. So doing everything at arm's length and in weird light this lighting is weird. If I have my, love my outline, but if I put it on, it would get really weird things. Okay, so let's do this one more time here. We're brushing this on. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it better. I should be able to see the purple on this thing. And just finish this way, that way. I do like the flat brushes for this technique better. Okay, go back to my green, and then okay, back again to see. That is holding its shape. Okay, so let's fill this up. Color this on. There we go. Now I can see color. Oh, doing lives is so nerve-wracking. Okay. I swear I've done this a million times. It's one of those things we like to show at shows because people go, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And it has a wow factor because it's usually so pretty. So I've demoed this very often. Okay, so again, not spray like this. Mist. Let's give it 2. Okay. And pull this up. And grab my thing. I use my Stamp-Tabulas all the time. I'm getting old. I'm getting arthritis. And it just works for me. There. Yay. Okay. So now we have this fabulous stamp all done. Now imagine this. Complete. Actually, it's fine just the way it is. And I really don't know if that glimmer shows up on camera, but it's just stunning. Okay. Now, flowers will always seem to work for so many techniques. But I have a few other ones sitting here. I want to show you. That's the very base technique. You just color, you're done. And you can do this on other color paper. Here. So, I grabbed that, by the way, in case you're interested, the stamp I was using was Penny Black. I think it's called Dainty something. I think. I love Penny Black stamps, and they have all those beautiful watercolor stamps, except they never call them Daffodil or Agapantha or something. They always give them lovely little names, and then you have to figure out what they are. So I've got a crab and a lobster here from my Tim Holtz set, an old sea set, and I'm going to, on my Misty, I usually have a washi tape handle, but not on this one for some reason. That sounds bad. On this one, okay. Okay, so actually, before I do that, see the great detail this stamp has? Now, if you choose a stamp with flat, like a flat block image, you end up with blotchy paint, okay? And it does work with outlines, but, you know, who wants to sit and paint tiny little outlines? And you don't get the wow factors. There just has to be enough shimmer. Just let me make sure that's hitting the paper to make it work. Okay, again, here we go. We're gonna do this on orange so you can see it. Again, my paint is just that nice toothpaste consistency. It's not dripping off my brush. It's not even moving on my brush. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right? See that big blob? It's not going anywhere. Okay. Talking about that big blob, I'm just going to wipe it. And then we're going to give these a nice little paint. And I'm going to hold it up for you this time. Now, it's funny how we often paint crowds and mate, stamp, create lobsters and crabs in orange, because they're not, until they're cooked, of course. But I guess that's how a lot of us see our seafood. Now, being a West Coaster, we have lots of crab here. My husband's an East Coaster, and so he's a lobster guy. Not that I don't love lobster too. Okay, so did I have my head right in the camera that time, you guys? Okay, I'm gonna pull this up to the cameras. This probably wasn't the best set to show you how. Can you see that on there? All the detail and stuff. The paint just sits right on top. If your paint is not sitting on top, it's too wet, okay? And I'm just regurgitating that again because the only reason this doesn't work per se, the flower didn't work. I was being lightheaded and nervous because I'm on the camera. And you can see the difference, like once I get it all painted. Oh, and that's what you can spray this again and again. Every time, of course, it's going to be lighter, but you can spray it again and again and get more, several prints off of it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so here's our crab and our lobster and our bright orange paper, and we're going to make some cooked lobster and crab. I will end up putting them probably in some sort of ocean theme thing, but right now they're just going to be cooked. Okay, who eats crab? Who eats lobsters? Do you have favorites? Hi, Beth. North Carolina. Yeah, they're the best paints. Okay, so we misted these, and we're going to stamp, and I'm talking, and I'm trying to watch the computer, and we're going to give them a little push here. I should actually give you a demo with my little Stamtabulous. Okay, can you see those? Can you see the detail? Isn't that fabulous? And this is like another reason I like just to use my Sizzix tacky paper is because I just keep pulling them off and put them on. Can you see that, ladies? It is so much fun. Okay. These are the Tim Holtz C set. Yes. Part of the Tim Holtz C set. Okay. I'm going to, and they work on black, so let me show you that. Where's a black piece of paper? Okay, let's see. Let's think about this. I'm going to put them this way, actually. Okay. Need some washi tape. Okay, down it goes. Oh, there we go. Okay, so again, I'm going to test this, but see, we've got nice goop, nice thick toothpaste. Toothpaste is the best one analogy I can think of. So let's put him on here. To me, they're dragonflies. They're dragonflies and butterflies work so well because I always think of them as iridescent. And these paints have such great color in them. Great pigment. I will show you even with what's left on the brush is amazing. Okay, so green body, and then let's do a little. Okay, so can you see how that's moving back so fast? It's not right. It's too wet because it's exactly what it's going to do on the thing. So I'm going to wipe all this back into there and try to pick up some to push this off the side. Okay, and I'm going to paint a few little blue streaks in here. And in here, should I make maybe bottom of the wings blue maybe and the top purple? I want that. There we go. Having a plan. And my purple brush. Again, whoops, did I go right off camera there, ladies? I do apologize. Okay. There we go. see, it's holding its shape, and that way I know it's ready. Okay, so a little paint. Who else is here besides Beth? Okay, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to pull all that paint. Start right in at the body. That's why I'm saying this for butterflies. You can get some amazing... Okay, that looks good. It's all covered. And mist. Not spray, mist. There you go. This is a habit, ladies. Putting my, when I'm misting, I have to put my hand to protect the rest of my desk. It's just water. There's nothing actually on this side of my desk that it'll hurt. So let's see how this turns out. Okay. Give a nice little rub, and for some reason this is not sitting properly. Interesting. Okay. My Misty's rocking. Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Now, picture that with grasses, or picture that with water underneath it, or it's just stunning, ladies. The only thing with doing glitter techniques on camera is that they just, the wow factor you lose quite a bit of. Okay, so you get the idea. The paint needs to go on, sit on top of the stamp. It picks up all the little details. Pull it back here in the wings here. Oh, anyway, just very excited. So let's pull out, and let me show you something, because you can double stamp with this. Oh, I thought I cut some. I did. I just looking at the wrong part. Okay. So I'm in an ocean theme mood. So I have a big old octopus here, back again to it's still part of the Tim set. Let's do it this way, actually. And let's put him there. There we go. Okay, is there anything in the way? There we go. Okay. So octopuses change color, and I was looking one day, because I also felt, and I was making some octopuses, and we always think of them as gray, so I'm starting with a gray base, but they change color. So this coat, I'm going to put on a purple coat, make it a little messy, a little sloppy, maybe get it wetter than I should. How much of my head is in the camera? Okay. We're not looking for anything perfect for this layer. I'm putting down a base layer. I want to go back in with this. Ooh, mind you, I just like them like that too. See? All that detail, it just blows me away. Actually, that worked out really, really well. See his eyes and stuff. Now, if I just took a gel pen and did his eyes, he would so pop. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is just let this dry for a minute, or let's speed that up so you don't have to wait. So excuse me while I emboss here, or not emboss, pull my heat tool out and dry. And while I'm doing that, I will, oh, only Beth, you guys are so quiet today. Okay, we're going to dry this off. You can build this up. It does have texture. It is pigment and mica sitting on a thing. Sorry. peeling a little bit because of the heat. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my blue and do it again. My blue's off camera, sorry. Okay, it's perfect right now. Okay, I don't need that much. You really don't need a lot of paint. So I am going to wipe it off on the corner. So, and I'm going to paint this guy again. So this technique works well with like butterflies, doing the double, or flowers. Well, the technique works with anything this will work with, I guess. So, okay, so he's got a good coat of blue on him now. And we're going to mist. Did you hear it? And I'm going to stamp over top of this again. And I want the colors, they're not going to mix because the first layer is dry. But I just want that. Oh, ladies, that couldn't have turned out better. It's fabulous. It's got these blues and these purples in it. And he's still gray underneath. And he's changing color. So anyway, so let me stick that over there and show you one more thing. How much time are we doing? Oh, we're only in half an hour. We're doing good. Okay. Let me grab some more white here. Put that straight. And let's grab this butterfly. Okay. I can never put a butterfly straight because even if I try and try to get him straight, when he's on the paper later, I look at him and go, he's not straight. Plus, butterflies, unless they're in a specimen case of some sort, aren't straight. So let's do a little, I'm going to give this brush a quick rinse. So if you're using one brush, and it's usually what I do in between, but I didn't, is I'm just rinsing out my brush. Now look at this gorgeous color. That's just cleaning out one brush, but can you see all the mica floating around in there? Oh, gorgeous. So back to, we love to splatter stuff. Yeah, well, this would be a great splatter. Okay, so I have paper towel on the side of my screen. And I'm just drying my brush because I know that my paint's okay, and so I don't want to get it wetter. Okay, so, and I'm wrong, my paint's not okay, it's too wet. See it drip? It's not dry enough. Okay, so I need to go to the end and push all that nice wet stuff over there. If I was doing another technique, that would be very often doing different things just means learning your mediums. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take it from that end. It's nice and thick at this end. Actually, doesn't matter for what I'm about to show you after all that. I'm going to just paint over this guy really quick in this bright pink. Yeah, bright pink works. Okay. The only thing you have to worry about this technique when you're doing this is doing contrast. So do your light color first for your background, and then do a darker color over top. Okay, so this one's getting sprayed. I'm going to spray this 3 times, okay? Because I want it to be ooey gooey and wet, and I want it to move, and it is a watercolor paint after all. So if I tip this, I can actually see the paint moving around, and I know that it's going to just sort of splotch out and give me that nice, so I'm going to end up with a nice pink butterfly. Okay. And I know my Misty looks like a mess, but this is still nice and clean. It's just the bottom. Okay, so pull that off. And right now I have, see, this ooey gooey pink guy going on. And you know what? This would have been I should have shown you this on black because it would have been fabulous. Give me a second while this dries. When this dries, it's even shinier, you guys. I don't know how well that shows up on camera. Oops, I guess you can't hear me. When this dries, it's even shinier. It's so stunning. Okay, so now I want my thick ooey gooey blue. Sorry, this is usually sitting here, and I knew you couldn't see it, and I knew if I put it there, I'd forget to try to. The only thing you have to learn is how thick it needs to be. And once you've got your eye for that, you're set. Okay, so now, and I should have blotted this, and I didn't even clean it. So we're going to end up with this really interesting purple on top. This is where I should have pulled out my stamp scrubber and given it a quick wash. But hey, it's going to mix. Instead of having blue on top, we are going to have purple because the paint is mixing on the stamp. And there we go. And because the paint is mixing on the stamp, I am going to do this and pull out so that if there's movement, it's going the right way. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit more blue right in here and here. And back to, I am using these 6 colors. I'm not going in and getting a black or anything special. And so now I'm going to go over, and again, I didn't clean this, so this actually might, this pink and green should make something brownish, a little bit of this, or at least this green won't be so vibrant. Because this is a technique day, we're just showing you this. But imagine this, put your imagination to use. Mist, and think about a Christmas tree stamped flat in a green waterproof paper, on a green waterproof ink, and then shiny Christmas balls. Like the new Simon Hurley ones, or the new Impression Obsession one. Oh, there we go, guys. Oh. Anyway, this could even be muddied more to the point where you had a complete background. There's not a, this is why you need the contrast. So the butterfly was filled in. Okay. Now, does anybody have any questions? I'm looking. Hi, Denise. Okay. Oh, I was going to show you. You can do this again, right? Give it a mist. Give it a new paper. Onto my paper, and then there we go. See? I can now, if I had laid down some green grass or the tops of some flowers, this would be like a stunning focal point because it's so shimmery and beautiful. Okay. And let's do one more thing with ink, and then I will be done. Let's grab this stamp. Yeah, let's grab this one. So this stamp is an old Tim Holtz stamp. It is one of my favorites. I have had it, oh, so many years. In fact, this is probably my second version. I have this on woodblock, and I love it. Sitting, and this, when I bought the sheet of them when they started coming in clean. So on goes my stamp, and I'm gonna use my gray stays on. I like gray because it's not as potent as black, if that's funny. So I'm going, these Tim stamps have all this writing inwards, and I don't want that shiny. I want just my dragonfly shiny. And so I'm just kind of going around the outside, okay, of the stamp. Actually, let me do the whole thing for you so you know what it looks like when it's over top. So any permanent ink will work for this. And, okay, is he moving? Okay, let's stamp him. Oh, he's also a perfect stamp to show you a Stamptabulous demo, but to show you the difference between using your stamp up pressure thing and not. And he's crooked, but that's okay. He's all set up. This looks great. That looks great. I'm going to give this a quick mist and a scrub. Oh, and I've just moved this completely. Oh, okay. Let's start again, ladies. Just, sorry, I'm going to do the same thing again just because, well, my stamp moved. Need I say more? Okay. Just a quick wash. If these, you know, in case you don't know, all you need to do is wash these with soap and water if they lose their grip. So let's try this again. Paper straight. There's lines on here, so I know I can get it straight. He will be ripped or layered or stamped around, so it's all good if he's crooked to me. I don't have a huge issue with that. Okay, let's pick him up. He might need a good wash, but and he's dry enough to put stays on. I'm just gonna double check, because if it was water and a water-based ink, it wouldn't be a big deal, but we don't want too many faux pas. Oh no, I'm way down, aren't I? There we go. You guys have to tell me. Okay, let's ink this up again. Tap, tap, tap. If you tap, 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 nice and light, you get the ink on the edge, just the top of the stamp, where is where you want it. Tim always says, don't give it CPR. What happens if you push and push is you lose all these details. The ink fills it up or goes down a little bit off the edge, and you get your image is nice and crisp. Okay. Edges. Sorry, I'm being a little more efficient. And remember, I'm stamping in, what happened there? Gray. So this isn't meant to pop like a black. I do want his body black or gray. Sorry, I'm going to keep saying that. Okay, there we go. So perfect. Now try this again. Scrub, scrub, scrub. I'm just going to. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to put some color on them. Let's see how my paints are doing. Okay, so you see, at some point they're going to be that's too icky gicky. That's not going to spread nice on a slump. It's going to do this. Okay, so we're going to spray these not over my project and not over the computer. Just one more time. I misted these off camera. I didn't want to do it on my project. Okay, we're going to give them a minute. Let's see if we switch colors, if any of them are softer. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm limited. I'm using, oh, I didn't use the gold. Let me use the gold. It is stunning. Now they call it, yeah, they do call it gold. Okay. I'm washing my brush off camera, you guys. There we go. Blotting out on paper towel all the extra water, because that texture will probably be perfect. And now my paper towel sticking to there because I was trying to show you what I was doing. Okay, look at that. Okay. See? Oh, butter. I'm gonna do these ones gold. Maybe put a little purple in them, but let's do this. Oh, wow. Yeah, I always just wash my stamps with soap and water. I have a lot of cleaners. This one is well seasoned and well loved. I do season my other stamps, my clears, with archival. Gold body. I think I'm going to go with the green body stone. I think I just want his wings gold, just for that effect. And on goes the green. Get that leg, get that leg. Now, if these does, there we go. That whatever that is. Okay. And I think I missed this tip of this wing, so I'm just going back in. Make sure I didn't miss any other tips. There we go. He's going to be green and gold. Do we need... I need to give him purple. I love purple people. I love purple people, but I just love purple in general. If you were a purple person, I would love you too. I just want to give him a kiss of purple somewhere. So I'm going to go in right around the edge here of this. Okay. I should just have like a little kiss of purple now, and I'm happy. Okay. What are we doing? We are misting. Not spraying, misting. Off camera we go. Mist. Gonna take a little peek at it. I think that'll do the trick. And I'm gonna stamp over this. Oh. Every time I do that, I go, why didn't I grab my stamping tablet? I'm not pushing on my stamp tablet. I am pushing, I'm pushing it around, I'm gonna say. Okay, if you can see the detail that this just brought out in this stamp, how I have stunning, stunning gold detail with a little kiss of purple, and that body is green. Anyway, so that's it today, ladies. That would work with flowers. This works with a lot of things. I could have done this and then just kissed it with the stamp pad. Also, anyway, so that is painting on your stamps with these fabulous gem watercolors. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please post them and I'll try to get back to them. And enjoy your day. Bye-bye. And thanks for joining me.